Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the next graphical representation, histogram. So listen, suppose we have a data, class intervals and frequency. See, class intervals are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Then frequency 5, 3, 3, 2. Just suppose this data is given class intervals and frequency. So first you have to see whether the class intervals are in the form of continuous intervals, continuous data. Continuous data means upper limit of the first class is same as lower limit of the second class. Okay. Now listen, upper limit of the second class is same as lower limit of the third class. So here the given data is in the form of continuous data and therefore we can easily draw the figure or the graph histogram. Okay, for this first we have to draw x-axis. This is x-axis and y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. And along x-axis we have to write class intervals and along y-axis we need to write frequency. Okay, class along x-axis and frequency along y-axis. So this point is 0. Now look at the data. Class are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So here in each class size is 10. Okay. Class size is 10. 0 plus 10, 10. 10 plus 10, 20. 20 plus 10, 30. 30 plus 10, 40. So class size is 10. It is same for each class. So along x-axis you have to take the point as, listen, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc. We need only up to 40. Now along frequency, look at the column frequency. Highest number is 5, lowest number is 2. So 5, 3, 2. You can consider a convenient measurement along y-axis. So here I am going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now the first class is 0 to 10. So this is the width 0 to 10. And frequency is 5. So 5 is here. So 0 to 10. Height is 5. So draw a rectangle of height 5. Next class is 10 to 20. Frequency is 3. So 10 to 20 is this space. 3 is here. So draw a rectangle from 10 to 20 with a height 3. Next class is 20 to 30. So this is 20 to 30. Frequency is 3. So draw a rectangle of height 3. Now last class is 30 to 40. Frequency is 2. So here it is 2. So this is the rectangle with height 2. This is frequency 5. This class frequency 3. 20 to 30 class frequency is 3. 30 to 40 class frequency is 2. So this is the histogram for representing the given data. So you can see that 4 rectangles are here and there is no space between, gap between each of these rectangles. At the same time, bar graph. In last class we defined bar graph means you can see there is a space between, equal space between the rectangles. This is the bar graph. Okay. So this is the main difference between bar graph and histogram. See, in histogram, rectangles are arranged very close to each other. There is no space in between these rectangles. Okay. We will see some more examples how to draw histogram of the given data. See this question. It is actually exercise 14.3. Question number 5. Okay. The following table gives the lifetimes of 400 neon lamps. Lifetime number of lamps, 2 columns. That means a data carries 2 columns. That is lifetime and number of lamps are given. So lifetime are in the form of intervals, class intervals, and number of lamps means it is frequency column. So this is class interval and this is frequency column. See here the class interval starting from 300 to 400, then 400 to 500, 500 to 600, 600 to 700, up to 900 to 1000. See here these classes are continuous class interval form. Okay, here 400, here also 400. You just verify whether these two numbers or limits are same. Okay, so we have to draw this data in the form of histogram. First we want to draw x-axis and y-axis. Along x-axis you can write lifetime. Okay, that is class interval. Lifetime along x-axis, and along y-axis we have to write frequency. Here frequency is number of lamps. Okay, number of lamps, that is frequency. Now see the class interval starting from 300 to 400, 400 to 500 and so on. So each of these class having class size 100. Okay, what is the difference between upper limit and lower limit? It is 100. So along x-axis you can consider these numbers, these points as 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 and 1000. Okay, so this is x-axis. Now along y-axis you have to take the convenient measurement. See 300 to 400 frequency is given 14. 400 to 500 frequency is 56. 500 to 600 frequency is 60. Then 600 to 700 frequency is 86. Then 700 to 800 frequency is 74. 800 to 900 frequency is 62. And 900 to 1000 frequency is 48. So here all the frequencies are, all the values are 2-digit numbers and the highest value is 86. So along x-axis it is not possible to write 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 84. It is not practical. That's why I am telling take a convenient measurement along y-axis. So here we can consider either 5, 10, 15, 20 or 10, 20, 30, 40 along y-axis. Okay. So I am taking 10, 20. This point is 30. This point is 40. This is 50, 60. Now 70, 80, 90. Okay. Now see the first class 300 to 400. Frequency is 14. So 300 to 400 means this is the class width. Okay. So here we need to draw the rectangle with a height of 14. So 14 is, this point is half of 10 to 20, that is 15. So 14 is nearly here. So this is the height 14. So take a graph paper and draw the graph. Okay, so you can easily count 14. So 300 to 400 height is 14. Now 400 to 500 height frequency is 56. So 56 is nearly here. Okay, so draw the rectangle 400 to 500. I am simply drawing the graph. Okay, this is 56. Now 500 to 600. Frequency is 60. So 60 means here. Okay, draw the rectangle of height. Okay, 60. So complete the histogram. You can see that the histogram is a closely arranged rectangles. Okay, so in this manner we can easily draw the graph of any given data in the form of histogram. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. Let's see this data. You have to consider first two columns only now. Marks and frequency. Marks are in the form of intervals, class intervals form. First class interval is 0 to 20, then 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 100. And frequency is given 7, 10, 10, 20, 20, 15, 8. Look at these class intervals only. Do you see any features here, specialty here? 0 to 20. What is the class size? Class size is 20. Here, what is the class size? 10. Listen here, 30 to 40, class size is 10. 40 to 50, class size is 10. Class size means upper limit minus lower limit. Here, what is the class size? 10. Here also class size 10. What about this class? 70 to 100. Class size is 30. So here each of these class intervals having different class sizes. Okay. So we need to convert these data into another form. Then only we can draw the histogram of this data. Is clear? For this, you have to select a class interval with a minimum class size. Okay, minimum class size. So, we need to draw a column, third column, that is width of the class or class size. 0 to 20, class width is 20. Class width is same as class size. Okay. 20 to 30, class width is 10. 30 to 40, class width is 10. 40 to 50, class width is 10. 50 to 60, class width is 10. 60 to 70, class width is 10. 70 to 100, class width is 30. Okay. So, we formulate a new table, width of the class or class width. Now, using this frequency and class width, we have to draw another column. See the heading, length of the rectangle. Okay. That means we are going to modify the length of the rectangle which is proportional to the class size 10. This is the method. So for this you have to do, listen, divide these two, frequency and width, and multiply with the minimum class size. Here the minimum class size is 10. So divide these two, 7 by 20, then multiplied with the 10. Similarly, 10 by 10 into 10. 10 by 10 into 10. 20 by 10 into 10. 20 by 10 into 10. 15 by 10 into 10. 8 by 30 into 10. Here these 10 are same. So 10 means from this column you have to select the minimum class size. Okay, minimum class size. So you will get the length of the rectangle on simplification 3.5, 10, 10, 20, 20, 15, 2.67. So these are our new frequency. Okay, these are our new frequency. Now while drawing the graph or histogram, don't consider this frequency. You have to take this new frequency. Okay. See the graph. X-axis, along x-axis marks, and along y-axis it is frequency. So classes are 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Class limits we plotted along y-axis, and along y-axis we take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, etc. It's up to you. You can consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So in the length of rectangle column, you can see that highest value is 20. Okay. Anyway, consider the first class. First class is 0 to 20. See, you have to take these class size, class width 0 to 20, having frequency 3.5. So 3.5 is in between 2 and 4. 3.5. Now next class is 20 to 30. 20 to 30 class, frequency is 10. 30 to 40 frequency is 10. 40 to 50 frequency is 20. 50 to 60 frequency is 20. Then 60 to 70 frequency is 15. 15 is in between 14 and 16. Then 70 to 100. See this rectangle? Okay, 70 to 100, its frequency is 2.67. So you have to draw or take the point nearly 2.67. It is just near to 3. Okay. So this is the histogram of the data. So you have to keep in mind that while class intervals are given, first you have to see if the classes are in continuous form. Okay, if it is continuous, then you can directly draw the graph. Otherwise, you have to convert the data into another form.
Consider this question, this exercise question. The length of 40 leaves of a plant are measured correct to 1 millimeter and the obtained data is represented in the following table. See, first column length, second column number of leaves. So the data is based on length of 40 leaves. All these leaves are measured in millimeter. Okay. So from this data we need to draw a histogram. Okay. Draw a histogram to represent the given data. Now look at the data. First of all, you have to concentrate the given class intervals. And we want to verify whether it is in the form of continuous class interval. Continuous class intervals means, listen, the upper limit of the first class interval is same as lower limit of the second class. See here, upper limit is 126. So we need 126 here. Okay. But in the data, here it is given that 127. Now look at here, 127 to 135. So we need this 135 here, but it is 136. So the given class interval is not in the form of continuous. So listen, first we have to make the class intervals as continuous. Okay. And we know how to convert the given class into continuous class interval form. How? Yes, subtract 0.5 from lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper limit. Okay. So listen, we are going to subtract and add 0.5. So subtract from lower limits, add to upper limits. So 118 minus 0.5, it is 117.5. Add 0.5 to upper limit. 126 plus 0.5, it is 126.5. Similarly, subtract and add. If we subtract 0.5 from here, it will 126.5. Adding 0.5 to 135, it becomes 135.5. Subtract and add. So this becomes 135.5, 144.5. Next class, 144.5 153.5. Next 153.5, 162.5. Next is 132.5, 162.5, 171.5. Finally 171.5 to 180.5. Now look at the class interval. See 126.5, 135.5, 153.5. Okay, now this class is in the form of continuous data. Now this number of leaves can be written as frequency. Number of leaves is frequency column. So 3, 5, 9, 12, 5, 4, 2. If we add these column, you can see it is equal to 40. 2 plus 4, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 12, 23, 23 plus 9, 32, 32 plus 5, 37, 37 plus 3, 40. Okay, so this is our new data. Now we can draw the graph of this data using histogram. So in the histogram, you have to consider this class interval. Okay, let's see the graph. See, along x-axis we have to write class, that means length, and along y-axis we have to write number of leaves, that's our frequency. And our class interval starts with the 117.5. Then write all the limits, upper limit and lower limit. Okay, 117.5, 126.5, 135.5, and so on. Okay, now in this y-axis, see our frequency is 5, 9, 12, 5, 4, 2. So you can consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 12, or here I took 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Now the first class is 117.5 to 126.5. Height of this rectangle is 3. So here 3 is in between 2 and 4. So this is the height. So this is the height of the class. Okay. It is 3. Now next class is 126.5 to 135.5. Its height is 5. So 5 is half of 4 and 6. So this is the height. Now draw the rectangle. Okay. So 126 to 135.5. Frequency is 5. Now next class is 135 to 144.5. Height is 9. So 9 is midpoint of 8 and 10. So this is the midpoint. This is the height. Now join these rectangles. Okay, using scale you can draw neatly. Okay. Now next class is 144.5 to 153.5. Let's see. Height is 12. So this is the 12 height, 12 frequency. So join and draw the rectangle. Draw it vertically. Okay. Now next class is 153.5 to 162.5. See, it is frequency is 5. So 5 is this height. So draw the next rectangle. See, here you can consider equal space. Okay, equal distance using scale. I simply draw the figure here. So using scale and pencil you have to take the correct measurement. Okay. Now last class interval, not last, 162.5 to 171.5 is 4. So 4 means this is the height. And also you have to use graph paper, then you can easily measure these values. Okay. And last class 171.5 to 180.5. So it is 2. This is 2. So this is the graph or histogram of the given data. Okay. So in this manner we can easily represent the given data as histogram. So listen, in this data, see this point is 0 and next point is 117.5. Actually, in between 0 and 117.5, you can see a lot of numbers, isn't it? 0, then 0.5 and so on. So we can consider this segment as, listen, just draw a zigzag line and this line is known as jagged line. So jagged line means in between 0 and 117.5 a lot of numbers are occupying. So okay, at the same time if you are drawing x-axis like this 0, 5, 10, 15 etc. then no need of writing jagged line because 0 to 5 it is length is 5. 5 to 10 length is 5. 10 to 15 length is 5. Okay, all the distances taken by us is same. So no need of drawing jagged line. But here see 117.5 to 126 point the distance or difference between these two is 9, isn't it? 117.5 plus 9 equal to 126.5. 126.5 plus 9 is equal to 135.5. So all these limits having the same difference. So in between 0 and 117.5 you can see that from 0 to 9, okay, 0 to 9, then 18 etc. You can see a lot of numbers are existing. That's why we are writing this zigzag line or jagged line. Okay.